spawn on the top right side as the Blue Soviets with jrpcmir1317. Whatever that means. Spawning as his other Soviet ally, the yellow Soviet ally, we have Antemurale. Spawning as the red Wehrmacht player, Austria player, we have Jusaro. And as his OKW magenta teammate, we have Mr. Cormick, who's immediately locked in the Breakthrough Doctrine. And likely we'll see some Panzerfusiliers next. Got a bit of manpower stored up. Yep, he's going for Panzerfusilier now, so he has a bit of a slight issues with early game macro. Whatever really passes for macro in Company Heroes, because it's not really a macro stage in Company Heroes.
Ready for orders.
There we go, that's properly lined up.
Wagen ready.
Wagen eyeing to go aggressive, not eyeing for the fuel point, but going past the victory point as well, and going straight for the cutoff point. He will find a pair, not a pair of Penals, but a Penal squad. The second Penal squad is on the third queue. He may be eyeing for M3 once he sees the fight against Soviets. Got the MG42 not behind heavy cover, can get behind heavy cover there. Conscripts get suppressed, and they will be gunned down by the Pioneers. And the conscripts do in fact go down, or go back. Blah. Looks like conscripts spam for yellow, Penals for blue. And these conscripts behind heavy cover should win out no problem. They've received one bullet, I think, but that's about it. Over here, Kupavag is advancing, trying to stop the combat engineer's capture point. He does spot these Penals here, forcing back the Panzer Fusiliers. They do fall back in time, but Show Pioneers are nice and close now. Pioneer squad does fall back. We'll see a bit of fire there, but shouldn't be wiped out. Grenadiers behind the heavy cover there. So if these conscripts do eye for flank, they won't be able to deal with the MG42 immediately. These guys are still behind some heavy cover here. They're also down a model there. Grenadiers go and stop them from being right there. Though conscripts do prefer being at this range, but they are already down a model. Combat engineers. And the MG42 does make a soft little retreat there. The other Grenadier squad does make a soft retreat as well. And now this Grenadier squad is being, or conscript squad is being focused down by the Grenadiers. So this one is receiving some fire from the conscript squad, but he is behind some heavy cover there. Ooh, conscripts are staying way too far, and it gets wiped out.
Brave infantry have made the ultimate sacrifice.
Shown Pioneers need to fall back, so does the Kupavag. Kupavag is receiving a bit of fire there. It is in danger, but not any critical danger at this point in time. Panzer Fusiliers and Penal squads engaging at close range. It looks like the Penal squad should be able to win out in that fight. Both conscript squads inside the garrison just try to get in there to get on the far side of the building to avoid the MG42. But she did do successfully. Grenadiers were rotated around to the side with only one window, which is a good idea, but he's already pretty wounded, so it's a bit iffy whether or not he can best place that conscript squad. Both these Grenadier squads are also quite wounded. So we see battle phase 1. We do see battle phase 1, and rifle grenade was fired. And, oh, he was not spread out beforehand, or he was spread out. Beforehand, he was actually pretty tight in there. Combat Flamer engineers are pushing the way forward. Penal squads are overrunning these Panzer Fusiliers.
God's troops ready for action.
And now do got a squads of guard rifle infantry. Looks like I got another doctrinal lock-in of mechanized support tactics and armored assault tactics. Just leaving the Wehrmacht player, Austria player. The last one has not selected a doctrine. Let's see now. Jaeger armor. His teammate is going for Jag Tiger, so maybe not with the elephant. Lightning War, that's always a reasonable doctrine. Tiger Tank's always nice to have. And we got the Austrian Defensive Doctrine. I say they just ruin Ostrom. The fact that you have to build them in Tier 1 structure make it so it's no longer usable for a Tier 2 skip. But either way, he can go for this, not for Ostrupen, but could go for it for the Shugi in Pack 43. But seeing his teammate has gone for Breakthrough, maybe not needed to go for Pack 43. Though there's some other useful abilities, so I still think Lightning War is the best doctrine for them. Lightning War, of course, is always good. The Austrian player is now going for a 2-2-2. Blue is going for a Mortar. He really wants to displace that. Actually, no. Blue's up north, so he's going for a Mortar. He has potentially spotted this MG34. Has one little bit of veterancy there, so maybe that's why he's going for the Mortar now to deal with this MG34. Sandbags, wire. Various wire, sandbags in front of wire, wire in front of sandbags. And Pez Boosters behind some heavy cover there. One of them upgrade G43s, the other one is not being upgraded at the moment, doesn't have enough munitions for an upgrade. As this Penal Squad does get suppressed there. Both squads do get forced back there, thanks to the MG34. Oh, demolition charge right there. That can be nasty. Though if a random shot hits on the far side, that could be a bad news for the Soviet player as well, but he does actually get out of the building. Whenever I see the demolition charge, if I ever place one down, I want to be as far away from it as possible. The squad does get forced back. We got the 120mm mortar. Not 120mm mortar. I keep on wanting to say that because you see that more often the PM41 mortar. PM41 mortar does lose a model, sees a bit of fire as well.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
And you do have a Pinot PTRS here. He really wants to deal with that Kupowagen. And if his opponent's teammates 52 advance, he at least can be able to engage it. Grenadiers, Pensacola all in this region. Got the guards rifles, getting some good hits there onto the Kupowagen. There's a lot of heavy cover there for this Axis infantry. Up north, we've got the MG34 suppressing the Flamer Engineers. Sherman Engineers should be able to get nice and close there. And PTRSs do take out the Kupowagen, no problem. You see a good hit there with the Lag, and do have a bit of heavy cover there for both the Penal squads. More mortar hits there onto this MG34. The Penal squad does fall back now, as these Penal squads are going to be advancing through this heavy cover as well. Maxim here is getting flanked. This Penal squad is here to protect it, so keeping Maxim regions is also a good idea. Lag is in the region, so the Maxim can't really stay in one region. Conscripts are advancing. Grenadiers are trying to do not stop the capture there. It does fall back to heavy cover there. Conscripts eyeing for bluffing a AT grenade. Does not have that in research. It's not being researched either, so good little bluff there. And now we do have the quad half-track movement with this way forward. We should be able to deal with that 2-2, no problem. Ooh, pair of grenades there. Does fall back those Panzerfusiliers. Grenadier squad does fall back. And Lag is raining a shot onto the guard's rifle, getting some good hits there.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Pioneers are building some sandbags there. Conscript will disrupt them, no problem. And does actually get behind light cover there, not heavy cover. PRSs making their way forward. We got a flare of some sort, mostly fired from the Panzer Fusiliers, not from a flare mine. Grenadiers do get suppressed by the quad half track. It does get the LMG upgraded there, but it's not going to be useful when they're eating dirt.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
No AT grenade researched yet, nor is it queued still. As Fusiliers making their way forward, lag shot rains on in, but destroys only some heavy cover. And good hits there onto those Panzer Grenadiers. Maxim pushes away forward, perhaps tries with this heavy cover right there, but no, it goes a little bit farther back.
300 points remaining.
Mortar smoke does come on the MG34. And a good hit there onto the Sturm Pioneers.
Combat unit ready.
Mentioned that has well some Obersoldaten. He does not have access to infrared STGs, just a very capable LMG-34. I'm assuming he has that capability. No, he actually does not have that available yet, because he doesn't have that the sheer Panzer Quarters Panzer Authorization research just yet. Flame Engineers will find a good hit there onto the Mechanorwarfare. That's a really nice potential pick there. And we're seeing more and more flamer bursts there. The Obersoldaten are not responding. Lag is rotating around, trying to get some shots there. It does actually get the LMG upgrade now. Wait, I thought you need Panzer Authorization to get the LMG. They changed that? I could have sworn it was like that. I must be going crazy.
The sector is at risk.
Sandbags go easily go down there. Flame Grenadiers get forced back. The Panzer Grenadiers are all quite wounded, which they do fall back. Stealth AT gun here, 0 damage dealt, so he likely does not know this even exists at the moment. He does brace dirt right there. Conscripts are eyeing for a nice little flank as well. Gets good damage there. Try and pursue him. 2 is not in range of the stealth AT gun, does uncamouflage it and will start making some advance. And do have doctrine lock-in of the Jaeger armor doctrine, so both of them have access to their heavy tank destroyer. Barrage running on in, trying to displace the unit behind heavy cover, which he does. On the left side, and MG34 does get forced back by the Maxim. And Obersoldaten are behind some heavy cover here, with some light support, but they're a little bit outnumbered. On the right side, guards eyeing for this heavy cover there. Grenadiers behind some heavy cover as well. The sandbags could destroy it, though the misses from the PPRS is doing a good job with that as well. And the Pac-4 does do it for him. Flame Engineers getting some good hits there on the Obersoldaten, as Pino's trying to overrun the lag as they have the Mechanorwarfare as well. These horses are making their way forward. Sturm Pioneers advancing, trying to pursue the wounded penal squads. Maybe they'll overrun these weapons. Unless the lag does get decrewed there. Maxim has rotated his gun around. Will be able to suppress the Sturm Pioneers. Now the Flame Engineers should be able to get some good flame bursts in, as the Maxim will likely get overran by these Panzer Fusiliers. Good hits there onto these Sturm Pioneers with the Flame Engineer. And he has recovered suppression there as well. And with the Panzer Fusiliers in the region, the combat engineers do need to fall back. Oh, spotting scopes. That may be one reason why he went for the Doctrine, not for the Elephant, but for the spotting scopes for his 222s that's still alive. Pack 40 force fire on the ground, trying to destroy that heavy cover. Very nice. Pino's getting bullied a little bit by his own quad half-track, or his teammate's quad half-track. The rifle flare has been fired as well, very nice. And the Chemworker does find a good there onto the quad half-track. Trying to get out of the radius, fires another shot, does take out the quad half-track. LMG or HMG 34 will suppress these Pinos are advancing. Flame Engineers finding some good hits there onto the combat engineers as well as reinforcing conscripts. T-34-85 being deployed on out. And find some miss right there. Let's get a model kill right there. Mortars are raining on top of the MG34, and the HMG will get wiped out by the T-34-85 as we got the old sauce now receiving some flamer bursts there. Does focus on the flamer engineer, and the other one does fall back in time. HMG-34 trying to be claimed. It is quite wounded. The camera does get flanked and does fall back with both those squads. Those Stone Pioneers have to reclaim the lag. Engine 42 does find some good suppression there on the guards, and they're currently bracing dirt at the moment. And getting some good hits there onto that heavy cover. Grenadiers are getting flanked by the Penal squads, though they may just got unflanked. But that still should be flanking hits right there. Rifle grenade fired. Finds a decent hit there. Will force back the Penals, but the Grenadiers, of course, will need to fall back as well. Red is deployed out Panzer IV. He's not going straight for the elephant. Quite a bit of manpower stored up. Maybe a good idea to get out of cash too. Munitions wouldn't be half bad for both players. Extra constant overflights and are certainly wouldn't be half bad. But fuel may be generally a little bit better for both players. At least getting one fuel cache wouldn't hurt. In multiplayer, I usually play 3v3s. You do not want to go more than 2 fuel caches. 2 is the maximum. Otherwise, it's going to just be stockpiling fuel in the late game. Oh, we may see a satchel charge onto the Vickenworth for oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Okay, that could have been much worse. I thought there was going to be a really nasty retreat right there with the satchel charge. Strafing runs do come forward, suppressing, damaging these forces. T-34-85 has plenty of health remaining. Pair of old sauces are streaming on the flanks.
Supply sector under attack.
And the mortar does get forced back. We've got this Penal squad advancing as the old sauces does receive some hits there. S-285 has been pulled out, which would be a great way to deal with this Panzer IV, and that is a repairing pioneer. I thought it was a repair engineer facility, but I was mistaken about that. Getting some good hits there onto the lag now. On the right side, we got the conscript now receiving some fire from the Panzer IV, as well as the HMG. Could potentially throw an AT grenade. Actually, no. He still does not even have that researched. We don't see the grenade research yet for yellow. It would make sense why blue wouldn't have it, since he doesn't have any conscripts. Going for a pair of AT guns now as well. Magenta spoil Jagdpanzer. Not bad. I like seeing Jagdpanzer. Jagdpanzer, I should say. Double hit there onto the T-34-85. Penal squad advancing. So is some great flamer hits there from the combat engineer. Look at that damage. Next flamer burst will do a lot of damage. The next one may actually get a squad wipe. That's why on landmine there. Oh nope, he fired the flamer burst on the wrong thing and just not get the squad wipe there. Good landmine detonation there, but nothing to capitalize on in the moment. Panzer IV is at full health, got spotting from the 222. got Pino PTRS advancing. Obsas is trying to pursue that Maxim. We may see a satchel charge in the smoke, I have a gut feeling about.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
But it's there onto the Obsas. They want to fall back relatively soon. They're going to work for advancing, but they should be quickly wiped out. Yes, they do. Ethanor 85, however, is severely wounded. Panzer 4 and Pack 4 is making an advance. We've got the conscripts behind some heavy cover right here. As well as camouflage Pack Zisgun advancing as well.
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
Ready to spoil the second squad of pioneers. Of course, we see the sheer Panzer quarters, no mechanized HQ. For red, we only see battle phase 2, no battle phase 3. No additional truck for magenta either. And yellow has his tier 4. We see the T-35, and of course we can see about the S-35 as well. Both of them have fully teched up. Transposing gang spirits there on the penal squads. And the Maxim is trying to find a shot onto those Sturm Pioneers. They don't get any suppression there, but will get some good damage there on the penal squad. Maxim trying to rotate around. These are the default crew, so they don't get additional. They don't have the conscript rifles, but they do force back the Sturm Pioneers since they didn't do a proper flank. I suppose there's getting some hits there onto the Maxim now. On the center, we do have the grenade being thrown by the guards, getting some kill there. And to which the Pack Boys do claim the Su-85. Strafing run coming on in, gets some good hits there on the Pack 40s. Over here, Obsasses are advancing, trying to engage these Zis guns. They do force them back. Eventually, won't be able to stick around for too long near that Grenadier. He's trying to go for the capture. Combat Engine does actually get a kill there. And does get out of the capture zone. He needs to fall back now. If he would have stayed in, he potentially could have stayed around a little bit longer, but as he backed out by accident, he couldn't. It looks like Yellow's saving up for his ISU-152. He's approaching enough fuel, and he's quite a bit more manpower. For about a minute away, a little over a minute away. So he's on track to getting out the ISU-152. Good, PTRS shots there. Sturm Pioneers need to advance, trying to stop them from blinking back Jagdpanzer. Good hits there, and now we've got 5 Sturm Pioneers. Over in the center, we've got the Grenadiers engaging the conscripts. And we've got the Grenadiers now being suppressed by the captured MG-34. And it looks like my Rumble stream finally got working for some odd reason. I need to double check after between the games to make sure that's all working properly. Grenadier still constantly firing away. Wish he had it was an MG-42, not a Grenadier, because that was a very big block from the suppress. Henceforth, finding some shots there on the guards. Doesn't seem a Zis gun shot there. No button. 52 finding some shots on the flank. We got the Grenadiers not being suppressed. And the T-3485 does receive lots of hit rates there. Got the strafing run coming on in by blue, hitting those Sturm Pioneers quite severely. Does receive the hits there. looks like there's another Wehrmacht mortar to put on the field as these forces do get suppressed by the MG42. Actually, no, that's a bunker. I was actually not expecting a bunker there. Trying to force by the ground to engage that bunker. Grenadiers should be able to displace both these squads. And this gun will get ripped apart. Seen a bit of a death loop there because the rest of his crew members in the back and the front two went down quickly. Mortar finds a good hit there. And now the captured MG34 is able to fire against these Grenadiers. Does suppress them both. Wasn't able to capture the Zis gun in time. I think he was going to try to capture. He was going to try to capture it up and fire a barrage of his own onto it. And now here comes the ISU 152 deployed out on the field. Load of high explosive force fires the ground, gets a good hit there, but will capture the Zis gun. Transporters advancing, trying to get some shots there onto the Zis guns. They did get some shots, nothing critical. Good hit there by the T-3485. Some much needed healing there. This gun is camouflaged here as the ISU-152 is advancing, has not been upgraded to Dishka. The fact that the opponents do not have any loiters means he could actually upgrade the Dishka. If they had loiters, it'd probably be a good idea not to get the Dishka since it will just mark him from being hit by, say, the Stuka close air supports. Thinking about Stukas, we got Reconnaissance Stuka now flying about. And now we got the Yag Tiger deployed out in the field. The Yag Tiger, of course, good, very good distinct destroyer. We're Macy the Elephant as well. As a worker raining on in, gets good hits there. Thanks to that Reconnaissance Overflight, able to drop it in very accurately. Pioneers engaged in the combat engineers at close range. Both of them are quite wounded. It looks like the Shum Pioneers will lose out because the guards are supporting them. Grenadiers are getting some good hits in as with the Wehrmacht mortars. But the combat engineers will need to fall back sooner rather than later. High explosive rounds about to rain on in on one of these squads. Like the Grenadiers, line up the Grenadiers now. Fires, gets a good hit there. Got a pair of AT gun shots. He's just force fire on the ground right there. And maybe on to actually destroy that that line of sight blocker. Over here, Yak Tiger and Yak Panzer here. Getting some good hits there on the IS-2. Which I forgot to mention is also the IS-2 possible being deployed out on the field. Everything should cover all the other players' doctrines. We've got mechanized support tactics and the armored assault tactics. So a lot of heavy tanks available. Red is the only one that has not deployed out his heavy. He basically has enough fuel for the elephant, just needs a lot more manpower, and he's at pop gap. He's not getting the elephant anytime soon. Or maybe not at all in this entire game. He has the Panzer IV, Panzerwerfer, 222, 3 Grenadiers, 2 mortars, 3 AT guns, MG42, and his Pioneer. Yeah, he's going to need to lose a lot before he's able to deploy out that elephant. And with 160 manpower income, yeah, he's going to be just desperate to try to get enough manpower for reinforcements. Speaking of which, Nobles also does fall back to get some now. And the Yagler has not been upgraded with the improved engines just yet. Eno is really trying to pursue that Yag Tiger. He does spot the lag right there, getting some good flanking shots there as the aircraft are flying about. But it looks like we straight run on top of the lag now. receive some additional shots there. Yeah, that was the mainly targeted strafing run as well. I may need to reduce the volume of the game. Right now, I think my microphone's a little bit too quiet compared to my voice. Based on what I can see on the soundbar to the left of me. Pens Grenadiers gain some good hits there on the Flamer Engineers. Let's go out with Rifle Flare there. Very nice. This gun barrage finds some good hits there on those Grenadiers. Very nice. Yeah, Katiga does find a hit there on the IS-2. And we'll go and crush some of that line of sight block there, which should be very important, useful for the Jagdpanzer and the Jagdtiger. So they're both being assault guns. Or self-propelled guns. Whatever you want to call them. Big vehicles that can't rotate their gun, unless rotating entire vehicle.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
ISU-152 finds a hit there on the PaK-40, does receive some retaliation, and so does the 2-2. More mortars running on him. This time mortar smoke, very nice. When the PaK-40 is decrewed, the other one likely decrewed as well, focuses down quite easily. Ooh, good mortar hit there as well. He does fall back. He was not going to capture the PaK-40. Yeah, Tiger right there may find the ISU-52. Fires out a rifle flare in combat, not bad. Vision's always important. Oops, also do see a bit of fire right there. Very nice. And they do fall back, needing healing and reinforcements. Remember with the healing, they can stick around with 3 models, just need health on the models. Yeah, Tiger finds a hit there. Jagdpanzer needs to fall back. As the IS-2 is starting to make stand, IS-2 is at full health. The Jagdtiger will quickly make a change of that. Or not. And the guards may push on forward. They could potentially get some buttons there onto the Jagdtiger. Nice work for barrage, raining in a bit short. And now the PaK-40 is receiving hits from the Zis gun. Rolls a miss there. Maybe, no, he's not forced on the ground. And the PaK-40 does go down as the conscripts are seeing more and more deadly mortar hits. Engineers do spot the Jagdpanzer. I think the Minesweepers does help them spot a giant metal vehicle. It looks like he lost one of his Panzer one engagements. This could, yeah, it is being upgraded with Panzer Strikes. Going, he doesn't really need Panzer Strikes. He has the Jagdtiger and Jagdpanzer. He must be worried about flanking hits by the T-45. Jagdtiger advancing through the trenches. Not usually something I say every day. And now it's starting to overrun. Where is that? Jagdpanzer needs to get on the camouflage, start making its way over here. Let's get a mark target onto his Tiger. You may see a stick grenade there on these conscripts. It seems, nope, they did not. MG-34 may receive some hits there as well as the ISU says hello to the Panzer Fusiliers. The mark target aircraft is still in the air. It does want to strafe down the lag right there. Pioneer is also severely depleted there, but luckily they don't need any more repairs at the moment. Continues firing away against the aircraft as well. Very nice. Now the Jagdtiger and the Jagdpanzer are advancing. The Jagdpanzer has full fire state as well as prioritized fire turned on. trying to camouflage towards well, but getting spotted by that marked target aircraft. And looks the IS-2 does find the Panther squad, fires one shot, rolls a miss there. Jag Tiger finds a hit there, good hits knocking on in. The Panther Booster squad needs to fall back, looks like they're going to get wiped out. Going forward with a satchel charge. Good hits there onto the Jag Tiger, but that may not be enough for a snare from AT Satchel. But that's definitely now enough. Good damage there. Both on squads do fall back. And the Jag Tiger is quite wounded. MG42 does suppress these forces now.
T-34 ready for combat.
And it is going for a high explosive barrage there from this Jag Tiger. First round was relatively decent. And the Grenadier squad's down one last model, trying to get that point to be captured. Does receive some mortar hits there, needs to fall back now. Still prone to being wide, but not anymore. Over here, got these forces being suppressed and pinned thanks to the MG42, the bunker with the MG42. And other things of sort as well. We do got an elephant here. 2-2 needs to fall back, it needs to stay alive. Without the 2-2, that's going to be a lot less spotting for red.
We have the forward structure under attack.
But hits there on the combat engineers. The combat engineers do go down.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
But it's there onto the IS-2 with the Jag Tiger.
Mobile command has been set. The static post is now in operation.
Jag Tiger eyeing for high explosive barrage onto the Zis guns. He does pull them back in time. And looks like the IS-2 actually did go down because I see on cooldown. Maybe the elephant does take it out. Combat engineers are advancing, trying to flame down the Zis gun. I wonder where that IS-2 went down. Oh, right there. Definitely to the elephant. Oh, speaking of which, T-34-85 finding a flanking possibility, opportunity on both the... Oh, red. That Zis gun does body block the T-34-85, which actually is quite important. We got a loader coming in by the blue Soviet as well. IS-2 in the mix as well. Yakos needs to hit this. IS-2, or Jag Tiger needs to hit the IS-2. IS-2 does receive some hit. Sends some hits there on the Jag Panzer, but the frontal armor is a bit too much. And the IS-2 does fall back now. T-34-76 for charging forward. He may eye for a ram. Does have marked target onto the Jag Tiger. And it's having trouble getting to the rear armor of the Jag Tiger. And he does take out the Jag Tiger there. Very nice. Jag Panzer was chasing down the wrong target there. Does see an Pack 40 hit there now, and does take up T-34-76. Grenade was zone. That was a satchel charge, actually. It doesn't get a whole lot of damage there. Just forces back the Panzer Fusiliers. Mentioned as well as Stooks of Foos. And does bring the strafing run there. And the Warping half-track does manage to stay alive there. Obusasan with Vector C4, Obusasan trying to make their advance now. There's also a Vector C5, Obusasan back at home. And now we've got the Six-Foos barrage raining on in. Didn't get a whole lot done, did it? 7 kills, actually. Maybe did. I took out the mortar. Another constant aircraft flying about. Nice work with barrage. Running on top of conscripts. Getting some good hits there. Doesn't take out the sandbags. Reconnaissance aircraft does get shot down, I believe. Rocket grenade may finish off those sandbags. They do not. The Vet-5 Obsas does get the decrew on that mortar. Vet-5 gets, of course, the sprint. Out of combat sprint. Katusha Barrage raining on in, gains some good damage there. The Grenadiers wipes him out. Bundle Grenade does connect as well. Yakumon's trying to force fire the ground to hit that Katusha. Was unsuccessful. Elephant's still alive, and that one kill is definitely the ISU 152, or one infantry killed, so I'm not sure what actually killed the ISU 152. Could have been the Panzer IV. And we've got another T-5485 push his way forward. ISU does have better Super 1, so access to the fragmentation shell. And we got this dropped LMG-42. That'd be useful for a lot of units to pick up. Oh, does get one of the models there. Good pitch to get that up. He does pick that up as well. And now the IS-2 now advancing. The Elephant can engage it. Goes out, bundle grenade there. No response. Ooh. The decorators were on top of each other. I thought that was a squad wipe, but pretty close to it. Boost barrage. Trying to hit those squads that are in the heavy cover there, but was already treated and annihilated. Both Sausage models will pick up this Cannon Worker, so they will have very good survivability, as well as good defensive rifles, as the MG42 does get forced back there by the T-34-76.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
As far as finds a good hit there.
Sturmpanzer ready.
And now Sturmpanzer Brumbar deployed on the field. Interesting. That'd be good anti-infantry support. Doesn't need any more anti-vehicle with the Elephant. And he has still has a Pack 40 as well. And the Panzer IV can, of course, hit everything. So the Brumbar is not... I actually do agree with the choice. Consistent, long, durable anti-infantry. The Panzer will make his way forward. Anti-tank rifle grenade being thrown. Entirely worthless. The Brumbar is advancing. Elephant is in the reach as well. Good hit there by the IS-2. That was now the fragmentation round gets thrown. Does get another model hit there. The Icons receive some hits. And the Sturm Pioneers is engaging with his LMG-42. Got assist, compare assist guns here as well. Over here, Grenadiers are advancing. Ooh. Squad wipe there. Engineers are falling back. Grenadiers need to fall back as well. The Panzer IV will need repairs. Katusha or the Brumbar could push its way forward. Could be upgraded to Elf with the MG42. That would be useful. We also have a grenade right there. No response from those Sturm Pioneers. They do fall back now, but it's like we'll get wiped out. Now focusing on the Sturm Pioneers, going straight for the Cannon Warfare. That is a big oversight. Brumbar has full fire turned on. As one time, I disagree with that. That's got a good hit there as well. Has Warfare raining on in. Cold fire is nice for Brumbars if you can actually take down the micro-it, which most people I see who do it don't really do a good job microing it. But there have been a couple that has. Mortar does get forced back. This Oversun squad needs to get out of combat to get some healing, but now needs a full back retreat entirely. The Yakuza does receive a nice little firing line there. And the Yakuza does go down. Magenta's losing quite a bit. He's saving up another Jagdpanzer. Jagd Tiger, I should say. He has enough fuel, just needs a bit more manpower. Maybe a good idea to reinforce the squads. Nope, he's not reinforcing squads in order to get the Yag Tiger. They don't need the Yag Tiger out immediately, so reinforcing squads would be better. As much as you want to get it out, trust me, I can feel the pain of deploy it, deploy it, deploy it. At this point in time, it's better to reinforce the squads. One bar finds a good hit there. IS-2 does receive a good hit, as so does the Burmbars. Burmbar does fall back. This gun is Efficiency 3, so getting that decrewed is actually very important. Get rid of all that efficiency. Conscripts are suppressed. Guards rifles are eating dirt. The Show Pioneer is trying to capture the central point. The Axis Flyers only has 59 tickets remaining, not a whole lot. The stun grenade does connect with the penals. And he does decrew that Zis gun there. Very nice. Oh, Sasson's now sprinting up forward with Efficiency 5. Though none of the models are quite spread out. And the Yag Tiger does find a good shot there. Oh, that's the elephant. Yag Tiger is not yet in the field. He does actually get reinforcement, actually spending time to build out a Mechanorworker. I sort of agree with the Mechanorworker. I would actually say to pull out the Yag Tiger. Ooh. Hope sauces are wounded. Pioneers now receives some suppressive fire now. Students of Barrage raining on in. Gets a direct hit there on the Maxim and on his teammates' Pioneers. As this gun takes out that, Pac-4 does take out the Zis gun. IS-2 is advancing, Kino squads pushing the way forward. It does get some damage there on the Pioneers. Burmbar finds a good hit there on those penals. They won't be able to stick around for much longer. Defense crews of the Mechanorworker even pose a threat to it. So which the Pioneers do need to fall back.
We are losing a sector. Frontier building has been lost.
Does roll a mess there. Pac-4 does get decrewed. And Panzerwerfer Barrage, relatively close range, Panzerwerfer Barrage gets a great hit there, wipes out both those squads. T-34 is advancing, does get a hits there on the bunkers, through some hits there into the wire as well. And the bunker does go down. It's trying to capture that point. The X-Boys have to play for the VPs. Elephant does find a hit there. Brumbar needs to advance as well. Does get another hit there. Mark target onto the Panzer 4. Mechanorworker takes out the T-34. Good hits there on the Panzer 4. Needs a blitz away. Does manage to avoid any additional shots there. Only gets decaptured. The Axis Spice will recapture it. I hear that's a regular King Tiger. That actually I sort of agree with over the Yag Tiger. Regular King Tiger will provide a good anti-infantry support and anti-vehicle support. They can rely on the Elephant more so. So I approve the King Tiger of the Yag Tiger. Yellows now looks like it has hardly any infantry left. We got some T-34s on the build queue. T-34-85 it's there onto the Mechanorworker. Now Stuk's Goose Barrage raining on in. Getting some great hits there. King Tiger and Mechanorworker and the Yak and the Elephant gets a stun shot as well. There's going to be a dead T-34-85. Very good stun shot there. In and down long enough to get the kill. Yellow's queuing up a bunch of T-34-76s. We've got 4 of them
Targeting of
soon to
vehicles is
be.
now available.
Blue,
Squad of pioneers has
go
arrived.
get out T-34-85. I would say Su-85, but against the Elephant, that will pose a bit of trouble. But an Su-85 wouldn't be half bad over T-34-85.
Our bunker can now accommodate an MG-42.
And for mass swarming, it may be better to go for the T-36. Either both ways, he has a lot of fuel stored up. Nearly 500 fuel. It's all about the manpower consumption at this point in time. And if they want to overwhelm their opponents with numbers, T-34-76s would be a bit better than T-34-85s, but of course the T-34-85s does have a bit more armor penetration. Because T-34-76s can bounce on the rear armor of the King Tiger. I think he's force firing destruction of a weapon. Maybe that's a mortar. Yep, mortar goes down. IS-2 starts making his advance. Does get a partial hit there on the Panzer Fusiliers. Ooh, good hit there. Again, we're for a fine hit there on the T-34-85. IS-2 rolls a miss. The Pintos and machine guns all mount coaxial lower getting some good damage there. T-34-85 does fall back, so does the Kenworth, so he will stay alive. TDR just rolls some deflection shots as the Elephant and the Panzer IV rotating on over from bars in this region. As well as some Soviet landmines. What if he actually spotted that? Force fires the ground. Takes it out. Thanks to the spotting scopes, he was able to spot that and neutralize it. Fresh Opusats squad as well. Legend just lost all of his Opusats too. Hazworkers. That must be the low angle barrage. He has some great hits there. IS-2 finds a good hit there on the King Tiger. And the King Tiger will be falling him back. Good hits there, and good hits there. Ooh!
Infantry group are lost.
That's a nasty hit there. How many T-34-76s does there? We got 4 on the field, 5th one on the build queue. He knows the armor's all here. Marked targets available for yellow. So it's a strafe and run. It has enough munitions for both. Okay. His teammate can throw in the Sturmovik attacks as well. All that stuff is more anti-infantry rather than anti-vehicle. With more barring the marked target. The marked target, of course, can provide reconnaissance for the Sturmovik attacks. So they can perhaps suppress the infantry long enough for the T-34-76s to do some good work. I think the Soviets are just going for one last all-in. When those T-34s assault, that's going to be what determines the game.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
Good hits there. Good hits. Ooh, we got the Panzer Fusiliers being forced on the back by the Kabushas. Sturm Pioneers advance forward. Relatively fresh, very fresh Sturm Pioneer there as well. Brumbar finds a good hit there on the Pino Pinterest. And now the Zisguns are advancing. And now here comes Soviet tanks coming forward. The Zisguns, what they need to stop the Sturm Pioneers from being in the region. We may see a marked target on one of these units. Zis onto the King Tiger itself. And realize now the massive tank does take time to ram it. And nice gunshot there, so he does sacrifice one T-34s. The rest needs to go around this direction here. It's not looking good for the Soviet tank, so the King Tigers is down, but there's still the Elephant and Panzer IV. The Brumbar can absorb shots. The Workman could be another casualty. It's being focused down. It does actually go down there. And the Elephant has not been maneuvered properly. Panzer IV may go down as well. Over here, the IS-2 is going to make a frontal assault. Elephant and Brumbar are, and the Panzer IV does not face the right directions there. The other Panzer IV does go down. Oh, that was the same Panzer IV. Panzer IV does go down. Elephant will be pursued next. Was able to kill off stuff with one at a time, which was actually perfect for the Soviets. Now the Elephants finds the sidearm as well. There is no defensive teller mines in these regions. Or shoe mines. This one could be finished off. Needs to mainly target that one, but no, looks the Elephant will go down. And that may be game. The Axis players may not have enough left to send the game. Red doesn't have a whole lot of force left. Magenta has a small force as well. It does get a Panzerstrike upgrade on one of these guys. Both of them. Gets some hits there. That one does go down to the Panzerstrike. So this one will need to fall back to Med 5-1. Only has the LMG up and firing. A tank rifle grenade may be firing. Does connect there. Bunker does go down. The cannon refer rotating gun around. Severely wounded Med 4 getting healing because they're Obsas models.
Gun crew has been lost.
Shown Pioneer make it one more Panzerstrike shot there. Pioneer is advancing. And that Panzerstrike does roll a miss there. Pioneer's trying to advance, trying to claim this Mechanism. This one does. This guy does need to fall back. Let's get a hit there with the Panzerstrike. That may be one shot within death. It's pretty close. And it does go out of control right there. This T-34 has a damaged engine there. Red's pushing forward with his own Panzer IV. Getting spotted stuff in a Pinto mount immediately wouldn't be half bad. And this will give him a bit of veterancy. And queuing a bunch of Panzer IVs since he now has population. He must have had a lot of resources to stockpiled up. So Red's not out of the game. Magenta has a lot of resources as well. He can quickly pull out a Jag Tiger. The King Tiger's going to be on the cooldown for quite some time. Good kills there on the lag. Trying to plink a bit of the armor. We do have the bunker now receiving some fire. And Magenta has put out a Jag Tiger. More and more Panzer IVs being put out, so Red will have a substantial armor. Of course, Parks is being claimed by Magenta. It doesn't really need it. Needs manpower, not necessarily fuel. But it's there by the Katusha forcing back those forces. And this Voodoo Panzer IV needs to stay back a little bit. That's a Vet 2 Panzer T-34. Let's find a 10. There's also a captured Pack 40. Kenneworth gets a good hit in as well. And okay, maybe I'm just wrong. I can be wrong, even though that was completely reckless and he got lucky with a bounce. Two T-34 special report, this time a T-34-76 and T-34-85. Apparently they use the heavy skin, while this used the medium skin. That's going to mark target there onto the Jag Tiger, and since he didn't do a stop move order, they did a bit of phasing. T-34 does go down. All three of Red's Panzer IVs are still alive and get out a fourth Panzer IV. Maybe a good idea to get out also just for anti-aircraft purposes. Jag Tiger still has his mark target onto him. Actually, don't have a whole lot of tickets remaining either. They need to capture up some points. And now Panzer IV's making their way forward. We've seen some hits there. This will pick up the LMG. Does not find the Katusha right there. And this T-54 may, or Panzer 4 may get the kill down the creature, but does get butted there by the guards and goes down. He threw those away.
One of our panzers has been destroyed.
Magenta lost from Shum Pioneers.
Panzer Fusiliers
Grenadiers won't be able to stick
assigned
around
the
for all too
front.
longer, but they have the capture point. Does get wiped out there. Out of Grenadiers now. Needs a high explosive barrage onto this point. Can't pick up this LMG with either of these squads. Now here comes the T-34, getting some good hit there. The Shum Pioneers will likely go down. T-45 trying to rush the Ag Tiger. Let's get an 18 rifle grenade there with the Panzer Fusiliers, but the Panzer Fusiliers do go down. Needs to rotate, reverse move this direction, get his gun angle better. Finds a hit there. And the other T-34 will get a flank shot there, but we see a pair of hand shots from the Panzer Fusilier. Red's pushed forward with the capture of the Penwhipper. And his own Panzer 4. Panzer Fusiliers need to hit that wounded T-34. Good hits there onto that one. Does go down there. Both of them goes down. The captured Pack 40s make his advance. And this VP is being captured. This one is being decaptured as well. If you decapture that, the Axis players are down to the last 2 tickets remaining, and that's going to be game. They're going to run out tickets. 3, 2, 1. That's the end of the game. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.